Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota, and I'm here to give you another live paper crafting class. I'm excited. I'm always excited. I love sharing. I love teaching these, different projects that you can do with all this paper crafting goodness. So it's fun, fun, fun. I missed you guys. It's been a couple weeks because I took last week off, and I hope that your holiday week, if you spent time celebrating, was a happy and fun one. We did some fun stuff. We did sledding at night. That was really enjoyable. We didn't do it on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but we did get out there. We actually got dumped on with snow. There was a snowstorm on the 23rd. And so on the morning of the 24th, we were out there as a family. It was fun. We were just out there shoveling everything, and it was a good time. So kind of a nice way to start out the holiday season. But anyways, I hope that you're all having a great time with your holidays to come too, like New Year's Eve, and that you're ready to see some fun paper crafting ideas today. I am going to bring you the awesome corner fold card. I'm bringing it back. So about 5 years ago, I want to say, I did a video on showing the same type of fold, and I was told that my tip with the post-it note or a 3x3 sticky note was genius. So I don't know if it was genius, but people loved it. So I'm bringing that card back. I got a swap recently from my friend Christy Strum, and she had used that fold, and I'm like, I missed that fold. So I've been playing around with it a lot. I actually did that fold in one of my other videos recently with the paper pumpkin kit, the berry comforting kit. And so, but yeah, I've been going crazy with it and doing other cards with it with other products. Speaking of products, we have some new products that are going to debut on January 5th. Gosh, that's in less than a week. And I'm going to introduce them to you if you haven't seen them yet. It's a bunch of berry related products, some papers, a couple stamp sets, a punch, and then I'm going to bring in another punch that's new. It's an oval type of punch, and so you get to see some peeks at new things. Just around the corner, like in 6 days, you'll be able to order from the new publications, what is it called? The January through June mini catalog, and then the celebration brochure, which is a promotional time of year where every $50 you spend earns you a pick from this catalog. So, and I can't open up the catalogs, but I can at least show you these items. Thank you to Trisha, who is here with us today. Trisha is my moderator, and she's here to answer questions because, as some of you may have already noticed as we're live, I'm not paying attention to the comments now. I'm kind of in my own world. I'm ready to craft and I'm ready to share. And I have a hard time double tasking. Double tasking? I don't know. Anyways, but let's see here. What else do I want to mention? If you want to contact Trisha during the live, you'll just type in your comment, and you can use the @ sign right before your before her name. So you're going to type in the @ sign and then start typing Tricia, Tricia, and you'll be able to tag her. Her name will come up and you'll be able to click on her, and she will see that, because what's going to happen is her name will highlight kind of like in an orange color so she can see it. And after this live is done, there's going to be a link that you can actually already see in the description of the video that will go to my blog post, where you can see close-up photos of the cards that I'm going to share. You're going to be able to see a list of supplies, and most of those supplies are linked to my online store so you can shop. And what else? Oh, the measurements will be in there, all the goodies. So let's start. I think I've answered everything. Oh, and if you don't know how to comment during the live, I think the answer, and no one has told me otherwise, is that you just need to be logged into your YouTube account. So if you're watching and you want to know how to comment, log into your YouTube account and you can join in on the fun. And when you do comment, you get entered into a prize drawing, which we'll do at the end. All right. Oh, and thank you, Trisha. Yes, I noticed her comment just now. Give me the thumbs up if you like this. So let's bring us down to the desktop real quick, because I want to show you these lovely papers. I am a fan of berries. I have them pretty much every day. Even in the winter in Minnesota, we buy them. And It doesn't matter if they're more expensive. I'm a berry girl. I don't know. There's something in berries that makes me happy. So this is the 6 different patterns of the berry designs that you can see in the papers. And then if you flip them over, and I've used up a couple of sheets here, but if you flip them over, you can see, there they are, you can see the other 6 designs on the other side. So not necessarily berries, but berry related. You know, like this is the surface of a strawberry, the surface of a raspberry, or a raspberry if it got smushed onto your countertop that's white, because it's kind of like a print. And then there's leaves and some fun patterns, picnicky related patterns. So I'm going to play around with those papers today. I'm also going to bring in some images from these 2 sets. So this is called Berry Blessings. Now this set you actually get with the paper if you purchase $100 worth of product from January 5th through the end of February. So you have almost 2 months time. If you place a $100 order, again, this is an earned product. This is a free product. It's a celebration product. So they combine together. All right, and then the other item is this stamp set. And this stamp set you can purchase. It's going to be in the mini catalog, the January through June mini catalog. So it's available a lot longer, and it's for purchase. It does coordinate with a punch. This is the Strawberry Builder Punch. You can see how it's got a leaf in there, a flower, the top of the strawberry, and the strawberry. And when you buy them together, you actually save 10%. So it's always good to buy in bundles so that you can save. And why would you not want that punch, especially so that you can punch out these little guys in here, right? Okay, lots of sentiments too. Did you notice all the sentiments? Just some fun, whimsical little sayings. I'm still playing around with the light in my studio. I've noticed that my tabletop today seems dimmer than the light that's on me right now, and I'm so sorry about that, but I don't know. I think I just need to get one of my boys to play around with the lights while I stand here, because I walk to the other side of the room, and then I adjust the lights, and then it's not right, and then I have to walk to it takes too long. So maybe I can get Nick or Luke to help me out today. Fun stuff. Here's the oval punch. This punch is actually called the, let me get it right here, the double oval punch. You can see that there's one that fits inside the other. And this is kind of scallopy, but it's not real scallopy. It's not a true scallop, I guess, is what I've been told. So you can see. Yep. All right, and then we're going to use another punch, because this punch works really well with this set. It's called the Small Bloom Punch, and this was actually a free item last year during celebration and is now in the current annual catalog. So you can purchase that one. What else do I want to show you? I think I want to show you the supply list next. So let me pull that up. The supply list is always awesome because, there we go, we got it ready. Because you can screenshot it if you're not patient enough to wait until about an hour after we go live. But otherwise, you can access this. It will be on my blog post. Again, the link is in the description of my video. And when you go there, you'll be able to click on the PDF download and access this. It's not very fancy. It's just what I usually type up and share. And one day it hit me, why don't I just make it available to everybody? So it's available. It doesn't have much more of anything else on it but the supply list and the measurements, no photos. But again, that would take up even more time. So I hope that you appreciate that it's the gist of what a lot of you like to get, right? Okay, so there we go. You can see all the supplies listed on the left-hand side, and you can see the measurements in the middle and on the right. And I did adjust for metric measurement or A4 size cardstock. So those of you who don't use the letter size cardstock like I do, you can make it work with your products. And you can see we're going to use 2 different kinds of cards, or 2 different colors of cardstock. And I listed them color 1 and color 2 because I've got 4 different cards to show you. And that measurement, those measurements will apply to all 4 of the cards this way. So for the first card that I'm going to demonstrate, we're going to use Night of Navy for cardstock color number 1, and we're going to use Pacific Point for cardstock color number 2. And then I'm using 2 different patterns of the designer paper, and then I'm using white cardstock. I didn't write Whisper White cardstock. You may have noticed because we're phasing out Whisper White. In fact, it's already gone in most of the supplies. There was an issue, not even an issue, a sad situation. Actually, the supplier that supplied us with our Whisper White cardstock for years and years and years did eventually go out of business, COVID related. And it makes me sad. There's so many sad things about the pandemic this year. But Stampin' Up! Got on it right away, and they're taking care of our end of the situation. They did find another source for cardstock, and Basic White will be available soon. We just don't know when yet. The date has not been shared. So all I did is I wrote down white cardstock so that you know that a white will work, whether you have some Whisper White left over or you're going to be using Basic White in the future or you have your own white. Oh my gosh, I get teary-eyed easily, don't I? Okay. Let me set up one more thing on the computer here before we start, and that is a reminder that your comments do get you entered into the prize drawing. And I'm so excited. I already drew the name for the winner of the Afterlife comments from the video from 2 weeks ago when I shared how to make the clutch, that little mini clutch. And I love that her name came up because... Yeah, so now you have a hint. It's a girl. But I love that her name came up because she said, I love glue dots or something like that. I'm like, well, there you go. That's what she's getting. So if you made that comment on the Afterlife, you might know that it could be you winning that prize. But yes, during the live, we're going to draw 2 winners. So these were some comments from the live I shouldn't say last week, 2 weeks ago again. So thank you to all of you who chimed in during the live. It's fun to do little screenshots and pull you into this sheet here so we can see what you shared. Lots of you telling us where you're from, all over the world. I mean, hello from the Netherlands. Jolyn, is that how you say your name? It's so awesome. And then we have Melissa from Manitoba. Fun, fun. I do like the comment from DB Oust, and I want to say that's Deb, but I'm not sure. But anyway, she said snowless Bloomington, Minnesota, and then like a week later, we just got dumped on. And we've been white here ever since. Lots of snow all over, lots of cold. Okay, on the right-hand side, Joseph says the 2 sizes of the circles. So Penny was trying to tag Trisha on that. I think it did get answered, but if you go back and watch the video, you can see which ones I pulled from the sheet, and I did not measure them. I feel bad that I didn't actually answer that during this live, but hopefully you can just go back and watch the rerun. And then Karen asked if I re-ink every time for my lives. I do not, but I might not stamp as often as you think. I re-ink when I'm doing mass production. Like so I made a bunch of the cards that I'm sharing with you today. Here's the back sides of them. I made a bunch of these, and I had to re-ink a couple colors because I was mass producing. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. So I'm going to go to the desktop now. We are ready to craft. Yay. Okay. Let's pull in the cardstock. We're going to use Night of Navy for our base, so we want to cut that to size. This is letter size cardstock. It's 8.5 by 11. We're going to cut it in half this way, down the middle. You can cut this in a different way too. There's other ways to make these corner fold cards. There's a link in the description to my past video that I did 5 years ago. And I did show a card going this way with that corner fold in it too. So you can refer to that. Okay, now we're going to score it down the middle or give it a crease here. So I'm bringing it to the 4 1/4 inch mark. And I'm going to put a score line in it with the light gray blade. So I cut it to 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it down the middle at 4 1/4 inches, and I have my card base. You'll want to prepare your card base right away and get that fold in there because you want to figure out which is going to be the front and which is going to be the back. Now, when you look at cardstock, sometimes you can see just a little, well, this one is pretty darn perfect. Sometimes you can see a little bit of like a double layer. That would be the back side. I'm going to make this the front. So now that I've figured out which is the front of my card, this is going to be where my corner folds over. So we're going to bring back the trimmer, and we're going to bring in a sticky note that's 3x3 or a Post-it note. So I use the 3M Post-it notes because I'm from Minnesota, and that's where 3M is based. So if we place this sticky note in the corner of our card as neatly as possible, you can see where we're going to cut. It's a great guide. We're going to start at this, well, we're going to cut to this corner, and we're going to cut going here and here. Okay, and we're not going to cut the whole thing out. So we're just going to cut from this corner to 5/8 of an inch up, and from this corner to 5/8 of an inch in. That's where the cuts go. If it helps to leave the Post-it note in place while you're cutting, you can certainly do so. But I'm going to remove it. But now that you have that visual, we're going to place this into our trimmer this way. So our score line is parallel to the top of the trimmer. And this is where, this is 3 inches in now, right? So we positioned it at the 3-inch mark. And we're going to cut, and I'm just going to slip this under here so you can see the measurement. There's the 3-inch mark. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. There we go. Okay, so there's the 3-inch mark. Can you see that? Yeah. All right, so there it is. And we're going to start from there, and we're going to cut all the way to just under 5/8, or just at 5/8 of an inch. We're going to move the scoring blade out of the way. So there's the 3-inch. We're going to pop it right down in there, press, and slice. And we've gone 5/8 of an inch, or you can even go up to the 1/2 inch mark. 5/8 of an inch typically works. Okay, now if you get confused, you can put that Post-it note back in there and see that yes, indeed, that's where our cut landed. Okay, right in that spot. Now we're going to turn it this way, so it's upside down. And we're going to bring it to the 3-inch mark. Okay? And we're going to cut from there down. And again, this guide placed here will reassure you that you're in the right spot. So cut from that cut down just 5/8 of an inch before you get to the end. Did I say 3/8 earlier? Sorry, 5/8. And there's our cut right there. Yay! Oh, and I did what I did this on all the cards that I mass produced. That's okay, you get another lesson in the cutting real quick. I forgot to add my designer paper. So usually when I do these cards, I just add a little thing of designer paper down here. But I want it to kind of cover the whole thing because when we flip this corner, it's going to show on the inside. So here we go. So we're going to add our designer paper, which is cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're going to put some adhesive around this area now that we've got it on here. We might as well just do it that way. It actually saves you on adhesive if you do it the way I just did it. Otherwise, you'd want to slather that adhesive all over the surface. Okay, we're going to add this to the front. And now we're going to do those cuts one more time. That's okay, we'll do it quickly. 3 inches. Bring this note under here so you can see where we're starting. There's the 3-inch mark. Cut to 5/8. Flip it this way, 3 inches, start at the cut, and cut down. Okay, there we go. And hopefully we cut in the same spots. Oh, yay, we did. All right. So now that we have that done, we're going to fold the card because the card in a folded position is actually going to help you to get the bend correct. Okay, so we're going to poke this corner through and we're going to flip it the other way. This corner is going to go in and out this way. This one's going to come out and down this way. So you can see we're just kind of doing an inside out look. Okay, then you work in the edges here. You work those little sections where it's still attached to make sure it's still pliable. And as we press this down, we're looking for this edge and this edge to be parallel with this and this. And that looks pretty good. And then you just smush it. You use your bone folder to help the creases. And there we go. That's a corner fold. Super simple. Now this is kind of fun. Look at this. The designer paper shows up on the inside. It's just a fun little accent of pizzazz. All right, so now what we want to do is, if we weren't going to put, like here's a card that I did with the paper pumpkin kit. If we weren't going to put a ribbon going through, this is actually my favorite of the two. So there's another one where you can see a ribbon coming through. We can tape this down. So we'll go ahead and we'll add adhesive right close to the edge of that corner, and we'll tape it down. On the inside of the card, we're going to add another layer, but we're going to stamp it first, okay? So we won't add that quite yet. Okay, let's set this aside for a minute, and we're going to bring in our white scraps. So on the finished cards, which I have 4 of, I did lots of different things, and I'm going to walk you through certain steps of those different cards right now. So we're going to take some of the images, like let's start with the strawberry, because that's what the punch coordinates with, right? So we're going to start with the strawberry. I forgot an ink. Poppy Parade, Garden, Rich Raspberry. I forgot these. I'm going to pull these in. Okay, so Poppy Parade is a nice bright red, and we're just going to stamp down with full color. Sometimes when you do two-step stamping, because you can see I've got 2 different images here, when you do two-step stamping, oops, do this too. Check to see how it's going to punch. Let's do it that way. You don't necessarily have to have a lighter ink and a darker ink. With this type of image, we have lots of variation in it already. And so when we do this other image on top of it, and I love that these are see-through, you can actually see the other stamp image right on top of it. Okay, so now we can punch that out. You can see how I made the most of my cardstock strip, my scrap here. See, not very much waste at all when you do it that way with a little strip. Okay, so now we've got our strawberry. Let's do the top of the strawberry. Let's grab a skinnier strip, and we're gonna grab our Granny Apple green ink now. This is a nice bright light color ink. I'll zoom out just a tad. So this ink will stamp, let's see, we'll stamp the top of the strawberry, the solid one. And again, check how your punch works. I think that's the way we'll make the most of it. So we're going to stamp it this way. And gosh, let's do a few of those. But we have to space them out because that punch actually is going to get in there a little bit in between. And let's do a garden green now. So this is where you could use a darker color on top if you wanted to. No, you know what? Well, I'll do one more. I'll do one more with the Granny Apple. So I'll show you the difference between the two. Let's do a Granny Apple outline image on one of them. And then we'll do the, because it's a light green. I did light green first, right? So it's okay. It's not going to do anything to our dark green pad. This is our dark green. So there you can see the difference between the two. Zoom in a bit so you can see. Okay. So it depends on how intense you want the outline to be. All right. So those are set. Let's do, let's see here. 2 images, just one solid. Okay, let's do a blue. I've got my notes over here, my cheating notes. Let's do a blue little flower. So we're going to close these. And we're going to grab our Pacific Point. This is a fun blue. And we're going to ink that up and stamp it onto this scrap. Okay, and then we're going to do a purple flower. And And that's in the rich raspberry color. And that way you can check out both these punches and how they work. There's our purple flower. Okay, now we've already punched out the strawberry. Let's punch out our flowers. There's our blue little one. And then our bigger one, again, you can see, fits with this small bloom punch that you can get separately. So we've got those. And then this punch also does, right? I love this, the top of the strawberry, which we're going to punch 3 of these. And you kind of have to, if you're going to do it this way, you kind of have to peel off the end as you go in so that it will still fit into your punch. Just a minute, I'm going to angle it my way. Again, lighting. There we go. Peel that off, and we'll do one more. Like that. Okay, so now I've got my little pieces here, and I'm going to show you how I built them up for each card. So for the card with the strawberry, I actually did use the full little greenery on top with a glue dot, like that. Okay, and then with my big flower, I took my paper snips and I cut it down. So I cut the stem off, and then I cut the 2 leaves in half, and I grabbed a glue dot on the front inner portion. Oops, hang on. The front inner portion of that leaf. We'll zoom in. So you can see that's where the glue dot is. And I added that here. I may have put it on the bottom. I don't know where I put it, the glue dot. We'll do another one. You'll notice these glue dots are the same ones that I was complaining about last time. Well, I found out that this is the way they're making the glue dots now for a while. At least that's what I've been told. So I don't have flawed glue dots anymore, but I'm still making them a prize. Yeah, I think I put them on the bottom. Oh well. So anyways, you can make your leaves come out to the side like that, or you can just take the flower and you can stick the whole flower down onto the stem, like, oops, I can do that neater, like that. And that's what I did for another card. So now that you know how I kind of put those little guys together, I'm going to do one other. Actually, let's bring in this one because this one's skinny. So we're going to stamp our Bountiful Blessings, and we're going to do that in our navy color. And I lied, I said one more, right? I'm actually going to do 2. Let's ink up and stamp Bountiful Blessings, and we'll punch that with our small oval punch. And then we'll do, where's the other one? I'm going to have to I'll peel this one off. We need one more stamp image, and it comes from the stamp set Sweet Strawberry, and it's this one here. So I had some team members that did some awesome sales, and so I wanted to just have a portion of this message when I gave them cards. I didn't give all of them this message, but on a couple of them I did, and I thought it was kind of fun. I wanted to play around with all the images, so I didn't make them all the same. But I'm masking, I'm covering up the of you part. And after I've done that, I can peel this tape off and stamp it down. That was sweet, right? It's like saying congrats in a different way. So we'll set that over here. We'll punch this out, and that's how you can get just a portion of your image. You can mask it with tape. Okay, we're ready to assemble our card because we have all the parts and pieces ready. We have to stamp one more message for the inside. We have to stamp our wishing you the very best. And I'm stamping this on the inside layer before I add this to the card, because if I messed up on this piece, I can flip it over and I can stamp on the other side. But I think that's okay, the one that I got. It looks okay. Okay, so we'll add Bountiful Blessings. Let's bring this card back in and finish it up. Grab our seal adhesive. Oh, you guys, these cards, I can't wait to show all 4 of them to you. Seriously, berries make me happy. I love berries. Let's zoom out a little bit more so you can see better. So there's the inside. You'll notice I added it so that I've got 1/8 of an inch all the way around. That's because this is also trimmed to the same size as the designer paper that I put on the front. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is going to go here, but I thought it would stand out better if we had a fake ribbon going across. So our fake ribbon is basically just a strip of 1/2 inch by 4 inch coordinating cardstock. And when we place this on here, you'll want to have about the same distance from here to here as you have from here to here, right? You want to make it look even. And then this piece will go on with dimensionals, I believe. Yes, I did do dimensionals. Dimensionals, they're fun little foam adhesive pieces that lift things up just a little bit, just to give a bit of a shadow. And when you put that down, you just put it right in the center, like that. Okay, and then we've got our designer paper and our Pacific Point layer. This is one of the easiest cards to make, you guys. So we're just going to add that here. And this piece is going to go on with dimensionals. You'll notice this design here is the back side of what we want on the front. Some of the papers don't match up that exact way with the cards that I created, but this one did. And let's see, how are the, kind of want to look at the leaves and how they're falling. One more little thing that we want to add to this is some, I don't have my take your pick tool, so I'm going to use my paper snips. Some rhinestones. We'll put those one on each side. And then on the inside of the card, let's just add this one. Let's use our glue dots again. And we'll stick a couple on the back side of the leaves and the flower. Did I get it? No, I did not. I have to get used to the way these glue dots are, and I'm not I'm not used to it yet. I unravel a lot of it. Okay, and that's going to go here. And then we'll just take another rhinestone and place it on the inside. Oh, I can't wait for all of you to get your hands on these. Demonstrators already have their hands on this stuff if they wanted it. Could buy it early if we were demonstrators. You can still buy it early. If you want to get it 6 days early, you can. Otherwise, you can wait until the starter kit special comes into play. And I'm going to bring these over here so I remember to tell you about those. So here is the finished card. Very fun. Festive, right? Here's one that says, "That was so sweet." Same kind of berries on the inside. So that is the finished main card. And then I'm going to show you the insides of the other, or the outsides and the insides of the other 3 designs. And you can tell me which one you like the most, okay? I don't even know which one I like the most because I eat all of these berries. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. Yum, yum, yum. Here's another one. So this one has the raspberry look. I'm sorry, blackberry look. This is more of a blackberry, isn't it? And that one says "thank you" on the inside. So the images come from both stamp sets, by the way. So here's where the thank you is, right there. And the Just For You comes from this set. Then we have this one. This is the one with the strawberry on the inside. So the Just For You again. But notice the rhinestones are colored now. I use the holiday rhinestones because they have some fun colors in them that sort of coordinate with many of the colors in the paper. There's red and green and blue in there. And then on the inside I have a few more of the red rhinestones. I've got the strawberry in there. And then I dotted the I for the birthday. And the birthday comes from that set, Just For You, obviously right there too. Here is the fourth and final card. So this one's kind of a mix of different berries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, the green grid looking paper, the plaid looking paper. Hello There comes from this set. Wishing You the Very Best comes from this set. Now we just need a blueberry punch. So that's how that one turned out. Let me put all of them out in front here so you can see them all at once. Do you like that I have peeks of the projects before I actually share them? I don't know if you guys know that, but I do that on my YouTube Live, the upcoming video. I put a little peek out there so you can see it. So that's how they look when they're finished. Aren't they fun? Corner fold cards are so much fun. I want to show you the celebration and the mini catalog covers. So this is what's coming up. These two catalogs. This is actually a catalog. This is a kind of a brochure because it's smaller. Anyways, you can shop from these starting January 5th. And this one lasts for just a couple months. You earn free product every time you purchase, and it doesn't have to be just purchases from the mini catalog. It can be purchases from the annual catalog, from the online store, clearance rack, Paper Pumpkin prepaids, for example. That will earn you stuff too. So if you have a Paper Pumpkin subscription and you want to purchase a bunch of them at once so that you're not going month to month anymore, you certainly can. You can order what's called a prepaid subscription, and you can earn free goodies from here if it qualifies. You can earn Stampin' Rewards, which is basically free merchandise once your order is over 150. I am so bad. I always forget to share my little overlays. If you do not already have a demonstrator or you're not a demonstrator yourself, you can visit my website /blog at stampyourartout.com. I do have shop buttons here and there so that you can purchase these items. Of course, I do have a link inside the video description so that when you follow me back there, you can click on those links and it will get you where you want to get. But anyways, yes, prepaids qualify, all kinds of stuff. So what's the deal for becoming a demonstrator, Rachel? Because you mentioned that. So if you decide that you have lots of goodies on your wish list and you want to get a bunch of stuff and you want to get a further discount every time you shop, you can get 5 additional packs of designer paper. Each one of these packs is filled with color families and pattern papers, 6x6 size. You get the current in colors, the 20 through 22. Then you get the neutrals, the brights, the subtles, and the regals. So all of those colors are within these packs. Fun. And these are actual papers that will be available when the annual catalog starts next summer. So you're getting some product early also by purchasing the starter kit. All right, I think we are ready to share prizes that you can get. So the prize winners, we're going to pick 2 today and 1 from the Afterlife comments a week from now. The prize winners have a choice. Oh, there's that little punch, the little blossoms. Sorry for the glare. There's the small bloom, I should say, the small bloom punch, and then a roll of some gingham ribbon. It's from one of our packs of ribbons, and I have a whole bunch of this. Anyway, so there's a full roll of it. I can't remember what color this is. Is it jade or mint? Oh my gosh, Rachel. And this here is called the It Snow Embellishment Kit. It really goes well with our snowman set that is retiring. I'm sad to see it go, but it's got little hats and mittens in there, felt pieces and stuff like that. Really cute set. Snowballs. There's snowballs in there too. And then this stamp set is a part of a kit, and it's unused because I had a friend gift me these products. Thank you so much, Rhett, for gifting me these couple things that I could give as prizes. Yay! So, let's draw some names. I think, oh, and I got to tell you about the prizes from last time too. We have a prize winner. Let's pull that prize winner up. Last week's, or 2 weeks ago, we had my other video, and the winners got glue dots. I thought they were flawed. They're not. Again, that's how your glue dots are going to start arriving. The glue dots are now inside on the strip instead of against this portion. So get used to it. But I have a couple packs of glue dots here for our prize winner today. Let me put her name up on the screen, and we're going to move over to that. So congratulations to Joe Picker. Yay! Don't you love her comment? I sure could use glue dots. There you go. So Joe, you need to contact me. Reach out at that that email up there in the upper right, and contact me so that I can get you these glue dots, so I can get your address. Let's see here. Let me go to my computer screen and see. Yes, Trisha has announced the winners. So congratulations to Luann Peterson and Deborah Buchanan. So both of you are the winners for today's prizes, and whoever reaches out to me first via email gets the pick. You get to pick from all 4 of those goodies, okay? So let me know which one you want, the ribbon, the punch, the stamp set, or the embellishment kit. And I can even put it in today's mail if I hear from you soon. So what else do I want to mention? Next week, I'm going live again on Wednesday, January 6th at 11 a.m. Central Time. I hope that you come back and visit me then. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get notices of when I go live, and you can join in on the fun with us each week. I also post other videos related to paper pumpkin and more, so please subscribe. I'm trying to think what else. I'm looking at my notes here. I'm cheating. Is that cheating? I hope you had fun. Again, you can apply this Fun Fold to products that you already have on hand if you just can't wait 6 more days. So play around with the Fun Fold. It's easy to make, especially with those sticky notes. And so I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to bid you adieu. Thanks for joining me. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.